Support LaneSide. Get something cool.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of LaneSide Reviews. As always, I'm the bearded beast, Rob Johnson, joined once again by Scoops Porter. And we've got some really exciting stuff to show you on this episode, so why don't we take it LaneSide and see how it's stacked up.
All right, guys, welcome back. As always, we are joined by Wayne Porter, our speed dominant player.
He's bowling on that easy house shot.
And we're throwing the Columbia 300 Eruption.
Bing.
You missed a little bit, my friend.
Yeah.
Now, this is an older nameplate. We've seen it before, but new cover stock, same core.
I was going to say, it came out at the same time, wasn't it? The World Series of Bowling was one of the first ones, I think.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because the Crazy Antics, and I think this came out about the same time.
Yeah.
So that would have been back in 2014.
Yeah.
And a lot of people won with this ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it was a good ball.
Glad to see it back. It has the same Resurgence core in it. So it's a 2.47 041 symmetrical.
Got that one a little bit wide.
So
yeah, we know.
when we did our Twitch stream about this, which by the way, make sure you subscribe to this channel and go follow us on Twitch.
Follow us on Twitch.
We were talking about how this ball's supposed to blend out the pattern, and we weren't. Even though we know what blending out the pattern means, we weren't sure how this ball was going to do it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what Wayne saw here out of this one.
You can see it. He's having a little bit of trouble getting it to hook up. Like the first one hooked up on the head pin, but I think he might have pulled it. The next one he threw a little bit outside. So this one here you can see a little bit better.
But it seems to be a little bit weaker. He's in his benchmark area, that 16 board, and it seems to be a little bit weaker than...
Yeah, it just doesn't pick up hard off the friction, right? You can see it hook, and it's just a very subtle motion.
So when we talked about blending out the pattern, we were saying, it wouldn't overread the dry, and it wouldn't just kind of spin out in the wet. For our speed dominant player, when you don't have that defined friction, this ball is not going to look as great as it kind of should.
It's not going to look amazing hooking left to right.
Yeah.
But when you, like we talked about, like if you understand what it's doing front to back, it's going to be a very important piece. Like you said, yes, there's no defined friction at this point, but wait a game or two.
Yep.
Right?
No, and that's it. This is a ball that you might go to game 2, game 3 in a block, game 4, or on a shorter sport pattern. Yeah. For a forward rolling player like our speed dominant player here, who has a little more forward roll, it's not going to take off a lot. So we moved him aboard right here. And go figure what happened.
Bink. There you go. See? A little bit more friction.
Yep. So for our speed dominant player, definitely not the first ball out of the bag. I'd actually put this at 2 less hook, I think. Because you can see our left-handed Wayne here. If he'd get out of the way.
It's going to make it up.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Yay.
You can see that was pretty, in that 12, 10 area, hooking it up.
Yeah, it's not going to be a hook out of the box ball. It's not, and it's not meant to be either. So
here he is with the bonus, and you can see that was really straight.
Yeah.
That's his kind of that's his go-to. He doesn't want to hook a lot. Now you can see he moved in just a tiny bit, but when you look at the ball path,
it gets outside a little bit.
Pretty close. I'd say 0 to 2 board difference.
Yeah.
Now this is supposed to kind of fit between the power torque and the beast line.
I could see that.
So this would be more of like a almost, if the RG was a little higher, it would be a later hook ball. Yeah. Now here you are with it. You were really surprised with it.
Yes.
Because that didn't hook.
No. I threw it, and I was like, huh. And I mean, to be honest, I really wasn't sure what to expect. I mean, I know what blending the pattern out is. I mean, I use a lot of urethane to do it.
Yep.
I wasn't sure how the resin was going to react to it and do a similar thing. And I was just really, really surprised it didn't hook. And I mean, throwing all the other equipment that we throw for reviews and stuff, and it's like, this one's just like,
So the first thing we did after watching Wayne and seeing that ball not quite make it through is we made you move 2 boards right.
Yeah.
And throw your regular shot.
Yeah. And you can see there.
Much better through the pins.
So it got a little bit out to the friction a little bit sooner.
Yep.
Right? You can pick up and read a little bit of the lanes.
So in those situations where you have a very defined friction point, this ball, you see you got on top of it a little bit more, and it didn't overread.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that kind of blew your mind is when we started moving left and you started getting around it.
Yeah.
This was not something you expected.
No.
So this is a 3 and 2 left.
Yeah. And I came around this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
When getting around it, suddenly
see it pick up. Like normally when I come around it like that, it pushes the ball down lane and it reads a little bit differently. Maybe not so much, but further down lane. You could see that one almost pick up like 3 feet earlier than the other ones.
Yep.
And it was like, wow.
So this ball is actually stronger than the Puma that came out. And the cover stock is actually a much stronger cover. What they've done is they've used surface to create a slower response out of it.
Okay.
If you crack the cover on this thing, it'll hook. And if you get around it, this cord can hook.
Yeah. You see, we moved again here. And it came around again.
Yep. That's another 3 and 2.
Yeah. And now I'm not missing.
Yep.
Like, just in the oil, in the deepest part of the oil, and it's a monster.
So it allows you to get up onto that friction and use it. So when you have, say, they're spotty, you know it's not going to jump off of it early.
Yeah.
So you can get a little bit more around it and shape it more without it,
take it off through
the face here.
Yeah.
Now you moved another 3 and 2 just to see.
And okay, so that was a little too much, but
and you can see you missed. You got a little bit farther out. It doesn't quite have that energy, so it's not a big asymmetric.
Yeah.
Or big symmetric, sorry. Yeah. We saw that in the core numbers. Yeah. So now we know what this ball is for.
Yeah, there you go.
This takes those spotty patterns.
Yeah.
Removes a little bit of that over-under.
Yeah.
Allows you to get on top of the friction. Here you are with the bonus. But allows you, holy moly, allows you to really get around it and play your A game.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm not so scared about spinning it, like coming around it a little bit too much. Yep. You can see the difference here.
About 2 to 3 boards.
Yeah.
Same as what we saw from our speed dominant player.
Yeah. And that's one thing is sometimes I get locked in when I'm playing up the back of the ball. And if I come around just a tiny bit, and it's still a good ball, I leave a 10-pin, right?
Yep.
Where this ball, I think you can not worry about that as much.
Now, for me, I'm in my benchmark spot here, which is about 23, lining up. Rolling it forward. Once again.
Same thing. Yeah.
Exact same thing. So we know that this ball is going to be later. It's not your first ball of your bag.
No.
But when we're looking for a ball for late hook, even potentially, and I know in my last Twitch I went over core numbers you kind of want to look for different things. This cover stock almost makes me want to try it on the burn.
Oh, yes.
Hit it at 4,000, do one. And see, this is the problem is I don't want to do one pin down because I don't like pin down symmetricals.
Yeah, I know.
But I almost want to do like a pin down and try this on the burn, see what kind of shape I can create.
So this might be the exception.
It might be.
Right,
So you can see I tried. Ooh.
You moved a little right,
moved a little right, and it hit like a... It was 3 and 2 right, and it hit hard.
Yeah. It hit like a bowling ball going through wood.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not supposed to use hit like a tank anymore because that's not professional.
That's right.
Somebody said.
Things don't hit like a truck.
No.
They don't hit like a tank.
No. It hit like a large spherical object knocking down wooden sticks.
What about hit like a dead fish?
Or a marshmallow?
Yeah.
We're not supposed to use marshmallow either.
Darn it.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to make a move here. I'm going to make a 5 move left, and I'm going to start trying to get a little bit more, see what kind of shapes I can create.
That was a little tight.
Yeah, it was a little tight. Once again, we're in the oil. Not for it.
Yeah.
It's going to look bad.
But you didn't give up the pocket either.
Yep.
It's not like it just sing, right? And I mean, sometimes you have to do that. Like, sometimes you get spotty spots or hook spots, right?
Yep.
And I mean, there's nothing out there. I don't think if you create a hook, somebody creates a hook spot on you that you can do anything about, right? I mean,
you get urethane and play it up there, play it up their line.
Yeah, screw them up. Start shooting funny spots with urethane. Take them out.
So that one, I tried to increase my rotation a little bit, not as much as I would like. This one, I'm going to try to really get around. Yeah. Because I saw the performance that you guys got.
Yeah. That was a bit better. Wow.
Go figure.
Yeah. As soon as you did it, like,
yep.
It's like
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, exactly. Like the two-faced monster. Like.
Yep.
And that's another cool thing about it is because you can get it to do that, and all of a sudden, if you start seeing it jumping, then you know that you can get back behind.
You can roll forward,
right. And instead of doing it the other way, like sometimes I've done that where I get it forward rolling, and then I needed to get it down the lane, right? So, I think this is going to be it's a deadly piece for anybody for sure.
I could see this coming out for myself in like an 8-game block. Game 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah,
where they're really getting over under. I mean, look at this. Look how deep that finished in the pocket.
Yeah.
A ball with an 0.41 differential, so a 3 to 4 inch flare, shouldn't finish that deep in the pocket.
No, that's
not for me at least.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Just coming around it and giving it that extra angle of attack. Just, I don't want to say it makes it a monster, but it definitely changes the ball a lot, and it was very surprising.
Usually when you come around a ball, it becomes a lot more inconsistent. When it sees, we talk about the over-under. When it sees that friction, it jumps early, jumps late. And this one is not doing it. It's not overreading it. I'm standing at 32, so I have moved. I am now 12 deeper from where I started.
There you go. Wow.
That split the 8-9. Yeah. That was gorgeous.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. It's so cool because you come around it, it's still not overreading.
Yep.
Right? And that's phenomenal for me. Like,
look at it just. Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah.
Definitely. For somebody like myself, I like it because it can get me through when the heads get burned up.
Yeah.
Here I am with my bonus. Get out of the way, old man. Yeah, now I'm older, man.
We're all starting to get old.
I was really impressed that I could go right with this ball and strike with it, or go left and really get it to pick up. Same break point. Nice. Makes the pins erupt. These puns are terrible. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you LaneSide.